an emergency physician since 2003 and has attended to patients who were held at FCI Dublin. Doug is a descendant of parents and grandparents incarcerated at Topaz concentration camp during World War II.
Imagine that you're 15. You're a high school sophomore. You're living in a tight-knit community in San Francisco. All right. Your father owns a small flower shop in San Francisco. You're striving for a middle-class existence. Japan attacks Pearl Harbor. Suddenly, your community is feared with uncertainty and anguish. With little warning, you're given 48 hours to pack up only what you can carry, and you're shipped off to horse stables. You live there for several months. Your mother has cancer, and you don't know where she is. You're then placed on a train and shipped off to the desert in Topaz, Utah. That is what President Roosevelt did to my father and his family, first citing the Alien Enemies Act to deport thousands of Japanese living here without any evidence of disloyalty, and then Executive Order 9066 to incarcerate 125,000 Japanese Americans, like my father and his family, without any due process. That was in 1942. Now, imagine you came here from Mexico as a teenager. You've lived here for 27 years. Your family, your wife are all U.S. citizens. You've applied for U.S. citizenship. You've had the same job for 9 years. You go for your check-in with immigration, and suddenly you're arrested and deported to Mexico. That's what happened to Miguel Lopez, a local Livermore resident and father of 3.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
My name is Douglas Yoshida, and I'm an emergency physician at Stanford Tri-Valley Medical Center here in Pleasanton. Miguel Lopez's story, along with my family's, may be familiar to some of you. You may have similar stories to share. Parallels which are going now are all too chilling. It's history repeating itself over and over again. Conjuring a foreign invasion, Trump has again cited the Enemies Alien Act to arrest, brutalize, and incarcerate tens of thousands of immigrants like Miguel Lopez. Now, as you know, he wants to build an ICE facility here in Dublin. As an emergency physician, I take pride that I take care of anyone that comes through our doors with any problem at any time. From sniffles to strokes. From Silicon Valley executives to the shackled. Due to our proximity to Santa Rita Jail, one of the largest in the country, and also the former ICE facility, the former FCI facility, we take care of thousands of prisoners every year. These are some of the most vulnerable patients that I see. Those who are undocumented, as you've heard, face the additional scrutiny of the threat of deportation. They're often reluctant to give me the full medical history. Their abdominal pain may be from being assaulted. Their UTI symptoms may be from being raped. Should the ICE facility become operational, we run by a private contractor such as Geo Group or CoreCivic. These companies have a long history of not only inmate abuse, but also abysmal medical care to their prisoners. Their business model depends on minimizing care to maximize profit. These patients often end up in the emergency department with either minor complaints that could be handled as an outpatient or critically ill as a result of neglect. The end result is that it overburdens our already overburdened medical system. A local ICE facility will increase your wait times, put more strain on the hospital, and continue the ugly legacy of corruption, injustice, and cruelty. Furthermore, an ICE facility in Dublin will undoubtedly lead to more incarceration of local residents. Studies have demonstrated that when an ICE facility is built, local residents are 2 to 16 times more likely to be arrested. This will affect the region economically as well, as we're already seeing in Southern California. But most importantly, these are our friends, neighbors, and co-workers who are actually being terrorized by our government.
Shame! 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 Shame!
Trump's big bad bill cuts over $1 trillion in healthcare funding to help pay for tax cuts for the rich and give ICE over $75 billion for detention facilities and hiring. This bill will leave over 12 million people without insurance. It'll lead to the closure of many hospitals. Certain low-margin but essential services like pediatrics at our hospital will likely be closed. There will be added overcrowding of our overburdened emergency room. About a year after my father was released from being illegally detained, the U.S. government actually drafted him into the Army. He, like so many others, proved his loyalty as Americans by serving. Now, as his son, and you as supporters of democracy, are showing your patriotism by being here and speaking out against the systematic enabling of a dictatorship, for speaking up for immigrants, diversity, compassion, and the things that truly make America great. Thank you.